Starting off giving all good, all praise to Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai, God of Israel, to the 12 tribes of Israel. This is Yashar coming in with another lesson. And this title of this lesson today is Gog and Magog. And the thing about Gog and Magog, you know what I'm saying, biblically represents modern day Russia and China, which play two big parts in the world's industrial. They play two big parts in receiving goods and shipping goods. You see a lot of shit nowadays in the U.S. made in China. As far as Russia, they provide a lot of military goods and equipment to other countries. There's Turkey. Turkey is actually part of the EU, and Turkey actually, at the same time, relies on Russia for all their oil. So you see, it's a lot of both sides playing the two-sided things going on. A lot of these countries are just trying to do what they can just to keep their country going in these times, right? And Gog and Magog represents modern day Russia and China, in which we know Russia is already advanced in war, their actions on Ukraine. And then the backlash on that is that a lot of countries are starting to step up, sending money to Ukraine, all that bullshit, even sending troops over there to help them. Nigeria did, I think. They sent a few troops to help Ukraine, a few other countries and shit. The tensions are rising, so we're going to get right into it. This is Ezekiel chapter 38, verse 1. And the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against God, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, and prophecy against him. And Meshech and Tubal is just modern day Turkey, which is also a part of Asia Minor. See, there you go. See, this is all biblical because modern day Turkey, they're, like I just said, they rely and depend on Russia for a lot of things, you know what I'm saying, because they're so close. And Russia, so how big Russia is, they're a major import and export, you know what I'm saying. That whole Anatolia, is all part of Asia Minor, the whole Anatolia Peninsula, you know what I'm saying. All those little countries involved in the Asia Minor, Turkey and Ethiopia, I want to say, they all, they all rely on each other. So in these times, in war times, the motherfuckers you've been relying on for the last 50, 100 years, you're going to keep doing that. You know what I'm saying? Why switch it up? Especially if that's as good as it gets for you. And thus saith the Lord God, Behold, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, and I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth and take all thy army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords, right? Persia, Ethiopia, Libya with them, all of them with shield and helmet, right? The whole Asia Minor. Okay, and that's what people don't realize, even when I talk to the Akims. We always saying the same thing. We like, bro, we see this shit coming. We see prophecy. This is right now a war and rumors of wars. And motherfuckers act like it's just the next Friday, you feel me? Friday after next, like it's just, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, all these prophecies are starting to pass. And those prophecies we seeing these things, same time we keeping our everyday life going. But we getting ready and prepared to watch these things come about because it's gonna get nasty out here, man. It's gonna get nasty out here when the war tensions rise. Motherfuckers actually start physically, coming at the U.S. Shit, we talking nuclear missiles, man. But it's all part of salvation as well. For the elect, we put in all this work day by day, day to day. All right. Gomer, verse 6. Gomer, which is southern Russia. Gomer and all his bands, the house of Togomar, of the north quarters, and all his bands, and many people with thee, be thou prepared and prepared for thyself, thou and all the company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto thee, right? So all these countries, man, like I was saying, the ones that's gonna form that alliance, Gog and Magog, Russia, China, Turkey, you can throw in, Iran. They gonna have to stand together, man, and band together. Because not only are they going against, physical warfare, using physical warfare against other countries, but they also in the physical a spiritual warfare against the Lord Yahweh Shai. Okay, and because Yahweh Shai, he's allowing all these things to happen, and he's gonna exalt himself at the end. He gonna. It's like the master planner. You know what I'm saying? It's like you got 10 motherfuckers. They all trying to solve the mystery. And you get down to the last three of them. The 7 of them die. You down to the last 3 of them. They finally figure out who behind the master plan. Yahweh Shai gonna show his face to the earth. He gonna exalt himself, and boom, that's when he gonna finish all this shit. Uh, Go to Revelation chapter 20, verse 1. And I saw an angel come down from heaven, having the key of the bottomless pit, and a great chain in his hand. And he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent which is the devil and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years, and cast him into the bottomless pit, and shut him up, and set a seal upon him, that he should deceive the nations no more, till the 1,000 years shall be fulfilled. And after that he must be loosed a little season. And that's that this season has come upon us right now. Because this ain't 2012, 2014 where you was a high school athlete trying to find your way to the NFL, or you was 25 years old, just got married and trying to start your family, or you was 35 and ready to buy your next piece of property. You know what I'm saying? This ain't motherfucking 2011, you know what I'm saying? Chris Brown, Gucci Mane popping and shit. Nah, this is 2022, which Bible prophecies are turned up, because we're at the end times, alright? That's why everything's happening so fast, and we seeing these prophecies, famines and war and pestilences and fucking earthquakes. We seeing all these things happen at an all-time high now, because it's simply Bible prophecies popping off, because we're getting ready to get up out this place. And you either gonna be saved and redeemed as being part of an elect men of Israel, along with your wives and children, or you're gonna be destroyed for sins and in blood for your actions on this earth through intercontinental ballistic missiles. All right. After that, he must be loosed a little season, like I was saying, as right now. Just check out all these prophecies that's happening. And I saw thrones, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahweh Shai, and for the word of Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai, which had not worshipped the beast, nor his image, neither had received the mark upon their foreheads or in their hands. And they lived and reigned with Yahweh Shai 1,000 years, right? And that's talking about the elect, man, because it keep going into that's telling you that this is the first resurrection, right? We them same spirits, man, from when the first resurrection came, when Yahweh Shai sacrificed himself, you know what I'm saying, so called on the cross, but it clearly says that he was hung on a tree, slew on a tree, so he was hung. But you know, and I was even heard the elders today. He was saying that a lot of our people, the reason that he had to sacrifice himself so much, because motherfuckers was going off committing sins and then just using burnt offerings and sacrificing the offerings to the Lord. You know, just begging for mercy, and Yahweh wasn't going for that no more. He's like, nah, fuck all that, fuck the burnt sacrifices, and it's getting to a point to where y'all just doing it in vain. So Yahweh Shai had to sacrifice himself for our sake, for Israel's sake. But he still had righteous followers at the time, and like I say, resurrected in today's times, we're those same prophets. Okay, nothing changed, nothing new under the sun. We're them same spirits, same prophets who go out here and do the works. That's why we not gonna give in to the jab or we ain't gonna convict our minds with the poison used against the society. Okay, as far as RFID chip and then everything else. I'm tired of YouTube knocking my videos down for saying shit about medical misinformation and all that bullshit. So you already know where I'm going with this. But okay. But the rest of the dead lived not again until the 1,000 years was finished. This is the first resurrection. And when the 1,000 years are expired, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison. Like I said, that's what's going on right now. And shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four quarters of the earth. And I'm like, okay, if the word clearly tells you four quarters of the earth, then that means the earth is flat, okay? If something is flat, this has four quarters, alright? So that's how the earth is. That's why you got north, east, south, and west. Alright. And shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four quarters of the earth, Gog and Magog, to gather them together to battle, the number of whom is at the sand of the sea, right? So, man, like I was saying, man, with Russia and China comes not only do they have their big ass armies, two of the biggest armies in the world. Russia and China they both got a top five armies of the world. So you already got two top five armies of the world, along with other countries. If you want to include Iran, you could say they top five. Man, they gonna have so many countries and troops. It's gonna be the number to the sand of the sea. We talking shit. They might have motherfucking 10, 15 million motherfuckers on their alliance. You feel me? But that's war of biblical proportions, because this is what it's come to. Because remember, this is all prophecy. And they went upon the breadth of the earth and compassed the camp of the saints about it, and the beloved city, and fire came down from God out of heaven and devoured them. And that's what's gonna happen, man. When all these countries surround Jerusalem, the New Age, modern day Jerusalem, Israel, that's when war is gonna really pop off, and that's prophecy too. You know what I'm saying? And let's see. And the devil came, and the devil that deceived them was cast into the lake of fire and brimstone, where the beast and the false prophet are. And that beast is Babylon. That's why Babylon is gonna burn for a long, long, long time. You know what I'm saying? Long ass time. Just to be a representation of what never not to do on this earth. And I just basically quoted that from Elder Ramlar. Okay. And shall be tormented day and night forever and ever, right? See, I told you it's gonna burn for a long ass time. And I saw a great white throne. That's why you can't get comfortable being in this place. You want to get comfortable being somewhere that's gonna burn for a long ass time. You can't get comfortable to keep sinning in this place. You feel me? And us being the truth, we have the knowledge and power and understanding to know that. But at the same time, we have to humble ourselves and sit down sometimes and tell ourselves that we can't get comfortable. Keep fucking around in this place, because Yahweh Shai have it to where you fuck around and not having it. We'll get knocked out of the truth. Right, man, this ain't the place to fuck around in, man. We gotta make a change. And I saw a great white throne, and him that sat on it, from whose face the earth and heaven fled away. Right, and talking about Yahweh Shai. And there was found no place for them. That's why everybody saying now they gonna get killed later. And I saw the dead, small and great, stand before God, and the books were open, and another book was open, which is the book of life, which is the Bible. And the dead were judged out of these things which were written in the books according to their works, right? And what's written in the books? Law, statutes, and commandments. Things not to do on this earth. And going off 2/3 of Israel, they do these things, and they doom themselves, all right? And this he gave up the dead which were in it, and death and hell delivered up the dead which were in them, and they were judged every man according to their works, right? And these last times gonna be so much death that motherfucking ocean and the seas and rivers and lakes, ponds and shit, they gonna be body bags basically. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be aqua bags, and they're just nothing but dead body floating around. That's what nuclear missiles gonna do to this world. That's why it's gonna dry out Babylon. It ain't gonna be shit. But hard rock, like off the Book of Eli, it's like apocalyptic territory. And death and hell were cast into the lake of fire. This is the second death. And whosoever was not found written in and whosoever was not found written in the lake of fire. Okay, let me make sure I quoted that right. But See, this is where it says. What up? That's why it says this is the second death. Because that's what we're approaching right now is the second resurrection, second coming of Yahweh Shai. 'Cause the first time it was by flood and water, and this time it's by fire. Revelation 20:7. And whosoever was not found written in the book of life was cast into the lake of fire. Come on. Okay. And that's all these dummies and clowns and fuck arounds out here that don't know what's going on. Okay, giving it to the jab, to the vacations and the suites. Let's go to Venezuela and fuck they women all weekend. You know the clowns out here, man. They don't know in life and just party, let's all get wasted ass niggas, babe. It's the truth, and we thriving, and we know right from wrong and what's the best for us. And even through the trials and tribulations, the ups and downs, they having a lot, they having a little, we still not trusting the Lord. You know what I'm saying? And strive for the kingdom of heaven because time is at hand. That I'm start giving all glory, praise to Yahweh Shem, Yahweh Shai, God of Israel, to the 12 tribes of Israel. Shalom.